Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Felris. Thank you for joining me to play some Raid Shadow Legends today. Guys, the disappointment from the community is all about the Chimera Ram form. So I used both my keys today. I did end up using a Wukong team because it got me the most trials completed on hard, so I can't show you any of this in action, but I can tell you what I have found helps me deal with the ram form because it reflects the damage from War Master here back to your champion. So there are two things that I think really help. One is something I've seen some people talk about. The other is no one is talking about this. But I think both really help. So let's start with the one that people have been talking about, and that is a certain debuff that is called Leech. So I have someone who brings Leech right here, right? Ugo has a 35% chance of placing Leech. And what does Leech do? Well, it heals you. Let's see, more info on the Leech. Not sure exactly by what percent, but it heals you by a certain percentage of the damage you deal, including War Master. 18% of inflicted damage. That's a good heal, right? So a Leech debuff will significantly mitigate the Ram form's passive. So let's actually take a look at that passive and see what it's actually doing. Oh, I can't take a look at it because I don't have any keys. Okay, then. So, in that case, we will just keep going. So a Leech debuff will heal your damage dealers so that they don't die and kill themselves. Another thing, and this is the other thing that I think you could do block damage, right? You can do unkillable. A Man-Eater, right, would be great. Let's see, where's Man-Eater here? Man-Eater. He brings a block debuffs, which is super essential on the team, and he brings an unkillable. So one strategy you might be able to do is Man-Eater in a protection set for the block debuffs there. That is one thing that you could do. You could do like Roshkard, the tower, might make an appearance. Where's Roshkard? Is he Sacred Order? Roshkard, yeah, he is Sacred Order. He's got a block damage for 2 turns, and he's got block active skills, which is good against the Viper, and block buffs, which is good against, I think, all the forms. So Roshkard the Tower might be a good strategy to deal with the Ram, and not just the Ram, but also the Viper. And yeah, so he might be good. But the third thing, so I've seen people talk about those. The third thing here is actually another mastery. War Master can hurt you and help you in the same case if you have a Leech, but also Life Drinker, right? Life Drinker will heal by 5% of the damage inflicted when attacking with 50% HP or less. Now, there are a lot of champions that I have that use Life Drinker. I think it's great, particularly with War Master, and I cannot tell you how many times in my runs today Life Drinker actually saved either my Calamitous or my Bad El Khazar, because Bad El Khazar is actually really good in Chimera, from dying. So, Life Drinker, unkillable, block damage, and a Leech, right? You can also bring, I don't have him, but Deacon Armstrong has a very reliable Leech debuff here, right? 30% chance. So Ugo's slightly better, but this is a double hitter. So you've got a better chance here from Deacon of placing the Leech debuff, which will help keep your champions all healed up. So that being said, are there any other strategies that you can use against the Ram? Yeah, if you don't want to overextend yourself, just spam the Ram with A1s, right? Also, I think that potentially Frozen Banshee here could make a huge comeback as really good for Chimera, because she has a poison sensitivity and then she has an A1 poison, right? So you can actually, if you get the poison sensitivity up against the Ram, assuming she's not your dual target, right? Or maybe if she is your dual target. So what do you do? Make Poison Banshee, Frozen Banshee your dual target, and then you place the poison sensitivity, and then you spam the A1 so that you can get some of those trials done. I think a poison comp, actually, I'm going to try it next week, because I was still theory crafting it earlier today. I think a poison comp, Frozen Banshee, Venomage, knocked because he heals based off of poisons, right? Heals this champion by 3% of their max HP, and all allies except this champion by 1% of this champion's max HP every time a poison ticks on an enemy. So I think knocked is going to be great. So knocked, Theodore, right, and Baudel. Baudel's really good because of the passive. He's like Feral, right? Feral has a 20% damage increase on your allies who have like 4 more buffs or something. But Baudel just does that damage increase under poison. So he'll do damage, he'll cleanse you, he'll heal you, and he'll increase your damage. And if you're using like Teox or Trunda or whoever is your main nuker, right, this passive could be absolutely broken. I think a lot of people are really missing out and skipping over Baudel, right? But again, he's equipped with Life Drinker, and that really helps him with War Master. So anyways, this was just a short little video, a couple tips for dealing with the ram form. I don't think it's, I don't know, it probably depends on your nukers. If you have both Life Drinker and Leech here, I believe that adds up to almost the same amount that he reflects onto you. Maybe just a tad less, which may make all the difference. May not, but it may. So definitely consider equipping your champions with Life Drinker here, especially if they also have War Master. So anyways, guys, I have been Felrus. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video.